I want to welcome you back to Black Site Tonight. We're going to talk about Jill Biden's racism when inviting LSU and Iowa to the White House. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. We know that the Iowa LSU game was one of the greatest women's games of all time. It's the highest women's game rated of all time, getting 10 million viewers. So Jill Biden decides to suggest that they bring Iowa and LSU to the White House. And you want to know why she did that? It's because Jill Biden feels the pain of white America. She is doing this as a political stunt. She knows that white America was supporting Iowa and Caitlin Clark. And she knows after the game how Angel Reese stood up like a strong black woman and gave them all that smoke. So she decided, her and her political people decided, why not invite both of them to the White House? And this shows you the racism in Jill Biden's mind. She wants to pacify white people losing that basketball game. But she also sees it politically that I already got those black people. They're already gonna vote for me, but I need those white people. I need those white people to support me in President Joe Biden in the next election. So why don't I just bring all these white girls to the White House and make them feel as though they actually won the national championship game? In the history of this country, there has never been a loser invited to the White House. But you see how Jill Biden and Joe Biden is thinking about the next election. We need those white votes to get us over the finish line. Because most people don't remember. They only won that election by 300,000 votes. See, a lot of those states like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, Michigan, they only won those states by like 70,000, 100,000 votes. Every vote counts in an election. So they was using this game to pacify white America. And I'm glad that Angel Reese stood up like a strong black woman, not a coon, but a strong black woman, and laughed it off. It said only the winners go to the White House. But you see how they play political race games when it's advantageous to them? And see, she wasn't expecting Angel Reese of the black community to stand up against her and Joe Biden's political stunts. Angel Reese is 20 years old, but she seems like a conscious black woman. And she shut that down right away. Then comes the so-called black sports media who backed her up. And that's the way it should be, especially when a young sister is out here fighting for black women and black men's integrity. Jill Biden could care less about black America. All she sees is votes. And Jill Biden, I would like to ask her a simple question. If Iowa would have won, would you have invited LSU? I doubt it. Is the San Diego State Aztecs being invited to the White House, who lost to UConn last night? No. So what was your reason? What was your thought behind inviting a team that lost by 17 points to the White House? We know it. And I'm glad Shannon Sharpe said, yo, husband's approval ratings is low. You want them to drop another 5 points. You invite the Iowa Hawkeyes to the White House. Now they're trying to clean up her and Joe's mess, because that's all they do all day is clean up their mess. Now she's kind of backing off because she see the heat coming from the black community and the black sports media. See, you got to quit giving these white people passes like Jill and Joe Biden. They played the race issue when she even spoke that up. It wasn't just a suggestion. That's what she really wanted to happen, because she wanted those people in Iowa to support her husband. See, I still stand behind my white girls, but the LSU sisters weren't having it. Angel Reese is a role model for young black women and how to stand tall in the face of racism, not to back down in the face of racism. She is a true hero for young black girls, because most black women would have wilted under the criticism that came at Angel Reese. But she stood tall, didn't back down, and still talking trash. I think Jill Biden needs to apologize to the women's LSU basketball team just for making that suggestion. And we know why you made that suggestion. Because you know how white America feels after them losing this basketball game. But this is how you wanted to repay white America. Because remember, in these elections, every vote counts. And if I could just sway 1% of those Iowa fans to vote for my husband in Iowa, I possibly could win that state. And that's what they were thinking politically. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.